Hi guys, this is one of my first YouTube videos, so don't knock me. I wanted to talk about, it's kind of weird, but I have guinea pigs, and my guinea pigs are litter trained, and I've seen a lot of things on YouTube or guinea pig forums and things like that saying, you know, it's really hard to train your guinea pigs, and it's nearly impossible. I've heard all sorts of comments that are negative, and I just wanted to come forward and tell everybody that, you know, I have successfully trained my 2 guinea pigs. I have 2 girls. I don't know if it works a little bit different for males with their temperament and how hyper they are. I'm not sure. I've never owned a male, so I can't help you there, but, you know, if you have guinea pigs and they're females, or, you know, if you're a kid and maybe you want to convince your parents to get a guinea pig, this could be one of the benefits of it. They're actually very, very smart, and they're very easy to litter train. It just takes some time and work. These are my 2 girls. The one in the back is named Sophia. She is an Abyssinian, which means she has crazy hair, and she is short-haired. The other one's name is Poppy. She is an American smooth-coated. She is actually blind in one eye and deaf. She's very sweet though. I bought them both from PetSmart, which is where I was working at the time. You can see them in the picture. They're going potty and they're nice and happy. So when it came to my guinea pigs, I did use a standard cage, which is just they sell it at PetSmart or any other store. It's what is the dimensions? I think are like a 28 by 36 or something. It's pretty small. It's about like yay big or so. Now that's the standard home for 1 guinea pig, and not even maybe when they're only like 3 months old, but as they get bigger they really should have a lot more room. So that's what I used to begin with. I did have just Carefresh colored bedding. It was purple or pink or whatever color you want to add, you know, a little spice to your cage. That's what I was using. Now I use fleece, so I use something totally different, which is, if I'm going to be honest, I think that's one of the main reasons that I've been very successful in training my guinea pigs, is because the texture that they're on is totally different. Okay, so when I used to have bedding, I had the Carefresh bedding. Now as I switched progressively, I had one of them in the small, you know, the 28 by 36 cage, and I started using fleece. With fleece, you know, if you guys want to know more about it, I'll make a video on it, but there's plenty to see on YouTube, just look it up. But the cage was too small to be litter trained, so that was out. So I had to build my own custom cage, and then that's when I really started again. Now what I did is, because I've kind of played around with it before and it didn't work for me, what I did is I used the same exact bedding that they were using before I switched to fleece. I keep saying they, but I trained one of them first, and then I got the other guinea pig. So this is what I used, if you can see it. It's KT Clean and Cozy. I think what really helps with this one is that it's scented. It's lavender scented. So guinea pigs have a very, you know, they have a very good sense of smell. They're animals. So it really helped identify what area was potty time for them, because they could just smell it. They go to their corner, and that's what they do. Make sure you put it in a corner. Typically what you want to do is you want to see what area they favor the most. Maybe if you can get a side darker, that's where they're going to go, because they like privacy and they like to be somewhere dark where they, you know, they do their business. So I put it somewhere where I figured that they were going to go. It's under the 2nd story. So I kind of just assumed that's where they were going to go potty. I put the litter pan in there. I also put on top of it these crinkles. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these in the store, but pretty much they're just crinkled paper. They're colored, so it, you know, it adds character to the cage or whatever. I put them in there because they love it. They like to eat it. It's not bad for them. I mean, I don't give it to them every day. I just put a very small handful, and I change their litter pan once a week, and that's what works for me. Initially, in like the first day or two, all of the sprinkles are gone because they'll sit in there and eat and poop and eat and poop, and that kind of sparks the smell of where they're supposed to go because they've been in the litter pan eating all these crinkles and then pooping. So then when they walk around their cage, they kind of know, okay, everything else is clean, this is where I poop. They're very clean. But just be patient, guys. It can take a while. When I first got my guinea pig, Sophia, I tried for a really, really long time. Not really long, like it was like a month and it didn't work for me. But you have to keep trying what bedding works for you. On guinea pig forums, sometimes they'll tell you that kitty litter is a good route. For me, it wasn't. You have to be very careful with what kind of kitty litter you're putting in there. If it's like the shredded or the dust, I don't know. It's just a lot of specifics. So if you guys are gonna use actual litter, you guys need to go on, you know, guinea pig forums or guinea pig cages or whatever forum that you can find and research the heck out of it, because you don't want to get your guinea pig sick. But it has successfully worked for me. My second guinea pig, she's actually totally blind in one eye and deaf in one ear. She had a stroke, so some of her body functions aren't normal. And when I got her, she was like that. She was very sick, and it only took her like 3 days to understand where the litter pan is. So if my guinea pig can do it, I think that yours can. So just make sure that what you're doing is working. Again, I think personally fleece really does help. The texture is totally different. They're walking on a smooth cloth material that's soft, and specifically in a designated corner there's bedding or paper or whatever. It's totally different of an area. Again, I change my litter pan about once a week. If it's kind of smelly or whatever, I'll change it out again. That's just what works for me. Some people might spot clean or whatever. I don't spot clean. I just wait a week. Every Friday, today, I go out there, I clean everything. I changed all the fleece, I changed the towels, I clean everything. I put them in, I have a garden for them outside, so I put them outside in a garden, which is very secure. It has all their favorite veggies, so they eat, they munch, and I clean their cage. I change their litter pan, so when they come back, everything is nice and clean. So if you guys have any questions, just comment, like, dislike, do whatever you want to do. Again, I'm just trying to help the people who maybe want to convince their parents that getting a guinea pig is a good thing. I've sold so many guinea pigs I can't even count. Every time I tell people, oh, you can litter train them, they look at me like I'm an idiot. So take my advice, just try it. You know, it might make your life a lot easier. It might make cleaning easier. It might even help keep the animal. I've had a lot of people come to me, you know, when I used to work there and say, I can't take this guinea pig anymore, it's too much maintenance. You know, little things like this really help keep an animal. And yeah, so I hope this helps. This is how my cage is set up. As you can see, I've got the litter pan in the corner. I've got their hut right next to it. This is a week that I haven't cleaned their cage, so no spot cleaning. Literally, this is how it looks. So as you can see, it keeps pretty clean. I know this one is kind of gross to look at, but this is the end of the week when I change their litter pan. Again, once a week I do this. It's nice and full, and this is their potty. This is where they go. This is after I clean the cage, or after I change it. You can see the litter pan's nice and full of soft bedding. It also has the pink crinkles on top, which entices them and keeps them there to eat and poop at the same time. And as you can see, a couple minutes later, there's already a little poop there. We can see the guinea pigs running back to the litter pan, both of them sitting there munching, eating, and pooping. So guys, please try this out. It works for me. It can work for you too.